Hey folks, welcome to the live. We're going to do tidbits for the first bit, and I've got quite a bit of tidbits to go through, so we're going to go through those, jump into the chat afterward, and just kind of hang out for a bit on this Sunday night. So thanks everyone who is here. Greatly appreciate it. So without further ado, let's jump into our first piece. And we're going to stick with Danny the Guru for the first couple of stories. We got some stuff from Doctor of Credit and stuff from Upgraded Points, and then one final piece from Award Wallet. So here we go. We're going to share screen to World of Hyatt. Exclusive World of Hyatt status challenge for select corporate accounts of 2026. So Hyatt is once again offering its exclusive World of Hyatt elite tier offer for corporate accounts. You can enjoy Explorer status for 90 days, plus extend it or upgrade to Globalist status through February of 2028. So you match you use your corporate email, register by December 31st, 2026 using your corporate email. Make sure to register only when you're ready to start the challenge and enjoy Explorist for 90 days. 10 qualifying nights keeps Explorist until February of 2028. Stay an additional 10 nights at any Hyatt hotel or resort within your original 90 days after registration, and you earn Globalist through February of 2028. So you can do soft Globalist until February of 2028. The more nights you stay, the quicker you can rack up those milestone awards along the way. So you'll hit 20 nights, you'll get your first milestone award. You'll hit soft Globalist, you stay another 20 nights, you'll start earning those guest of honor certificates along the way, but you'd have Globalist. So there you go. If you already have Explorers, you can get fast track to Globalist through February of 2028 with this offer. It also works for those who currently have Globalist status, apparently. This is coming from Danny the Guru as well. So with 20 qualifying nights, you extend your status to February of 2028. Members may only register for a trial offer from Hyatt Salesforce once every 3 years and limit one registration per email address. List of eligible companies for the status challenge. Test your email address. It may pop up as ineligible, but .gov emails have worked. AbbVie, ACOM, Amazon, American Airlines, Apple, AT&T, Best Buy, Chase, Chevron, Citi, Cognizant, Ernst & Young, Delta Airlines, IBM, Intel, Johnson & Johnson, Kaiser Permanente. Don't know if state emails could work, but you can certainly try. Military emails will work. Novo Nordisk, NBC, Netflix, United, Verizon, Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley. You must use your ms.com addresses, not the Morgan Stanley. There you go. If your company email is not eligible, you'll see a message saying, please use your corporate email address. So give it a whirl with your state. If you're a state government employee, give that a whirl. I can't guarantee it, but hey, I figured I would share that along the way. So we do have that one. Next up, we've got some no lifetime language stuff here. 1 second, I just lost my place. Hold on. Sorry about that. I had all these tabs and now I just lost them. 1 second. Away from home. Oh no, where did they go? You know what? I think what I did was I just closed everything to the right. So we're going to do this. Yeah, that's what I did. So bear with me. Minor technical issue. I just closed all my tabs. We got no lifetime language offers on Delta on Amex Delta cards, so you can earn up to 125,000 miles. Business cards primarily, so these are no lifetime language. You won't get hit with pop-up. This would be a way to end run around pop-up jail. This would be a way to requalify for an offer. It is showing for the business gold, business platinum, business reserve. I'm not going to go too far into the cards themselves, but you can earn 90,000 bonus miles after spending $4,000 in purchases on your new card in your first 6 months. Zero intro APR, zero intro annual fee for the first year, then $150 on the Delta Business Gold. Delta Business Platinum, 110,000 bonus miles after 6,000 in spend in the first 6 months. $350 annual fee. You'll get 2,500 Head Start mile medallion qualifying dollars. So another 2,500, and you'd get Medallion Silver. And the Amex Delta Reserve, earn 125,000 business bonus miles after spending $10,000 in purchases on your new card in the first 6 months. $650 annual fee, access to the Delta Sky Clubs. You get 15 passes on this card, and then you get access to Centurion lounges while flying Delta. So we got that. Real quick, let's just jump into some of the comments here as I work to rebuild everything. We got Tia Rico joining us. Howdy. Thank you, sir. Taciturn Carp. Huzzah. Thank you, sir. Ken O. Davis checking in. Thank you. Mike Newland, would a state employee email work for the challenge? I don't know. You're going to have to try for yourself. I wish I had a better answer for that. Lloyd Toussaint joining us. Yo. Thank you for joining. Gainesville. Hey, Tariq joining us. Hey, hey. Hilaire, hello, Matt and everyone else. And Keith, also a channel member. Thank you so much. Hilton is running a status match promotion for Gold and Diamond, but their program endpoints suck. Yeah, I'm a little conflicted when it comes to them right now. So let's see what else we can do here. 1 second. Aha, here we go. Just bear with me. Share screen. Our next is Marriott Bonvoy Bold and the Marriott Bonvoy Boundless now have new welcome offers. The Bonvoy Bold is a 2-night welcome offer, and the Bonvoy Boundless is a 5-night welcome offer. So Marriott Bonvoy Bold card members can enjoy 2 free night awards after spending $1,000 on eligible purchases within 3 months of account opening. Each free night is valued up to 50,000 points. It's a total value of 100,000 points. No annual fee on this card. If you get the Bonvoy Bold, you'll get automatic silver status. If you get a credit line of up to of $10,000 or more, you can hold on to this card for a year, upgrade it up to the Ritz-Carlton, do the Ritz-Carlton play. Big thing here is that this welcome offer is 2. The last one I saw was 60,000 points plus a free night award. So 2 free night awards for $1,000 in spend, basically prepaying for a couple of decent nights there. We're going to rebuild our history, go to our next one. Sorry for all this. Speaking of the Bonvoy Boundless, it has a new $100 airline credit that has been added to the card. So Marriott Bonvoy Boundless cardholders can save up to $100 in flights this year. This offer is valid for existing and new card members. Check out the details below. You must activate your offer by December 31st of 2026, and you'll earn a $50 statement credit when you spend $250 or more on eligible purchases made directly with airlines between January 1st and June 30th. Then another $50 in statement credits after spending $250 or more on eligible purchases made directly with the airline between July 1st and December 31st. Existing eligible card members, card member by 1/7/2026 must complete a one-time activation through chase.com/mybonus blah blah blah, or by calling the phone number on the back of your card. New card members who apply between January 8th and October 1st will be automatically registered for this offer upon card activation. A $50 statement credit will automatically be applied when you spend $250 or more on eligible purchases made directly with the airlines. I'm going to go out and say that if it's directly with the airline, like, I don't know, United Travel Bank, you should be good. Just going to throw that out there. But to qualify for this statement, a credit bonus offer account must be open and not in default at the time of fulfillment. If your product changed to another Chase Marriott Bonvoy credit card, you will not be eligible for this offer. So if you want to take advantage of this, it will put a derailment to your Ritz-Carlton play. But there you go. Allow 6 to 8 weeks for statement credit to appear on your monthly card billing cycle. Chase may reverse statement credits if an eligible purchase is returned, canceled, or modified, or you close your account within 90 days of receiving a statement credit. Purchases posted to your account with a transaction date during the promotional period are eligible for this offer. Delays by the merchant could extend the transaction date beyond the offer period, rendering the purchases ineligible for the offer. So if you make a purchase on June 29th, but it doesn't clear until July 1st, you're going to get that back half of the year, $50. You're not going to get the front half, $50. So interesting play here. $100, basically $100 back after spending $250. Not terrible. So you got that going for you. And let's go on to our next piece, which we're going to just pop open here. Sorry, sticking with Danny the Do-Guru. Already did that one. Next up, we've got the new Capitol One Lounge. Dugrows mentioned that earlier today. I meant to mention it the other day as well, but life. So Capital One Lounge coming to Charlotte Douglas International Airport. Not a ton of details here, but this will be a 14,000 square foot lounge. Capital One promises that the CLT Capital One Lounge will bring an elevated, regionally inspired travel experience. I hope that means Carolina pulled pork for one of the nation's busiest airports. At CLT, Capital One will showcase its regional approach to dining and design. Expansive tarmac views, locally inspired menus, again, Carolina pulled pork, a full service coffee bar, and dedicated workspaces that create a warm, light-filled environment for travelers. Capital One has not shared an expected opening date for the new lounge, so we'll just have to wait to see how long it will take. I would assume 2027, 2028. Extended delays could push it all the way out to 2030, but, we'll see what happens. And then the list of the other Capital One lounges, we've got DFW, the first one, Denver, Las Vegas, which is bigger than the Chase Lounge, which is hilarious. JFK, Washington Dulles, Reagan National, and LaGuardia have the Capital One landings. So there you go. We're just going to keep on pushing through here. One moment. All right. So I think that did it for those. We've got this. Okay. So next up, we've got targeted co-branded business card spend. So Chase is offering targeted spend offers on their co-branded business cards. There's registration links to see if you're eligible. These are spend 6,000, earn 10,000 bonus points on the IHG1 preferred business card. You can also spend 6,000, earn 6,000 on the Marriott Bonvoy business card from Chase. No one can actively apply for that one. World of Hyatt business card, which would net you no additional nights, but it would get you an extra 6,000 points. So it's effectively a 2x card for 6,000 in spend. Southwest Rapid Rewards, United Mileage business card, and then spend 10,000, earn 10,000 on the Marriott Bonvoy business card, which is no longer available. World of Hyatt, Southwest, and United Mileage Plus business cards. So decent spend offers if you can get them. That would be pretty sweet for you. I want to see Chase do this more on their personal cards and not just the co-brands, because they do have like the gas, grocery, and restaurant on the personal cards that you can activate from time to time on the personal co-branded cards. So you can get them on like the Amazon card, the United cards, the Southwest cards, all of that. But I want to see that more on the personal cards now that we are not seeing as many welcome offers being extended. Next up, we've got some status matches for Wyndham. So there's a direct link to the offer. We can open that another time. Wyndham is offering a status match. Matches are valid for 90 days, and keep status, you just need to do one of the following. Gold status, 1 qualifying night within 90 days. Platinum status, 4 qualifying nights within 90 days. And diamond status would be 10 qualifying nights within 90 days. I think diamond status, you only need to do 10 or 20 nights anyway. So 10 qualifying nights within 90 days, the direct link to the offer. We've got this up here. Match your status to become a Wyndham Rewards member, to a Wyndham Rewards member status level. So there you go. After your match, stay 1 qualifying night. Late checkout, preferred room choice, earn 10% more points. Diamond, suite upgrade at select hotels, welcome amenity at select brands, earn 20% more points. And after your match, stay 10 qualifying nights. So there you go. Doesn't give you, oh, here you go. Marriott Bonvoy, silver matches to platinum. Gold, platinum, titanium, ambassador will all match to diamond. Hilton Honors, gold, diamond will match to diamond. Choice privileges, gold, platinum will match to platinum. Diamond will match to diamond. World of Hyatt, Discoverist, Explorist match to platinum. Explorer, Globalist matches to diamond. So interesting plays there should you choose to do them. We're going to stop sharing there, go to our next piece, which we're going to go over to upgraded points. So one moment as I dig through my old list of... All right, so speaking of status matches, we've got United doing a status match as well. And it bring it back to their 1K. So United revives its status match challenge program, including matches top tier 1K status. If you hold elite status with another airline, you're in luck, as United Mileage Plus is once again matching elite status from competing airlines under its rebooted Status Match Challenge program. This lets you enjoy the benefits of United Premier status for 120 days after you take a qualifying United flight. Then upon meeting posted flight requirements, you can enjoy those benefits through January of 2028. This year, United is even offering matches and challenges up to Premier 1K status. It's top tier, which wasn't available in previous versions of this offer. Here's what you need to know. American Airlines Advantage Gold will match United Silver, Platinum to United Gold, Platinum Pro to Premier Platinum, and 1K would be Executive Platinum or Concierge Key. Delta, silver equals silver, gold equals gold, platinum equals platinum, diamond equals 1K. Southwest, A-List, and A-List Preferred will only get you silver or gold. Alaska Airlines, silver gets you silver, gold gets you gold, platinum gets you platinum. There's a theme here. Titanium will get you United 1K. British Airlines, Air Club, bronze, silver, gold. Gold will get you platinum. Qantas or a frequent flyer will get you silver, gold, or platinum. Platinum will match you platinum. Once you enroll and get confirmation that your status is active, you have 90 days to fly an activating flight. This can be any United or United Express flight. Then 5 to 7 days after completing your activating flight, your new United Elite status will be active for 120 days. If you do not complete an activating flight, you will not be granted status and cannot request another match this year. Further, you can extend your status to January 31st, 2028, the end of the 2027 status year, by meeting the following requirements while your temporary status is active. Premier Silver, 5 qualifying flights and earn 1,700 Premier qualifying points. Premier Gold would be 10 qualifying flights and 3,400 PQPs. Premier Platinum would be 15 qualifying flights and 5,000 PQPs. And Premier 1K is 20 qualifying flights and 7,500 PQPs. I don't think there's a way around this with just doing pure PQPs through credit card spend. So you are going to have to take those flights. Just highlighting those. So let's go next. Chase brings back wellness offers on Sapphire cards for 2026. So just highlighting again that I think I mentioned this earlier this week, but things like Calm.com are back. Pronovo and adds a new deal for Function, giving cardholders more ways to focus on their health while earning statement credits. Until March 31st, 2026, cardholders of Sapphire Reserve, Sapphire Preferred can earn cashback rewards by focusing on their well-being. The Calm app, Sapphire Reserve, you can get 1 free year of Calm, spend $69.99, get back $69.99. I've already enrolled in this, so my next year of Calm will be free. Sapphire Preferred will get 50% off for 1 year. Pronovo, a full-body MRI scan service that offers early detection of potential health conditions. Sapphire Reserve cardholders who spend $2,500 or more on a full-body scan can get $500 back. I don't know why you do that, but hey, if you want to, do you? Function, Sapphire Reserve holders can receive 50% back after spending $365 on a Function membership. Sapphire Preferred would get 15% off after spending $365 on a Function membership. Function is like various test levels and stuff like that. I haven't heard too much about Function. I think the Calm thing is worth it. I think Calm should just be a feature going forward of the Sapphire Reserve and the Sapphire Preferred, like a membership to Calm. You get half off with the Sapphire Preferred as a credit. You get, the full thing. You have full membership with the Sapphire Reserve. It's an extra $70 benefit. What's the harm? I really don't think it's that big a deal. Next up, what else was there? Marriott is now awarding partial Elite Night credits for short stays. So let's go into this one real quick, and then we'll jump into the comments. There's a couple others, but I'll just put together a TidBits video on its own. So Marriott starts awarding partial night Elite Night credits. So as first reported by Loyalty Lobby, Marriott Bonvoy has begun awarding partial Elite Night credits at several of its low cost and regionally focused brands, changed from its longstanding all or nothing approach. Previously, stays at several of these budget Marriott brands required multiple nights to earn a single Elite Night credit. That meant a 1 night stay or nothing, and even a 3 night stay could result in just a 1 night Elite Night credit. For business travelers and road warriors who are frequently just staying 1 night, those nights effectively went to waste. That's now changed. Marriott members can earn half an Elite Night per night at the following brands: City Express, 4 Points Flex, Protea Hotels, and Series by Marriott. Here's how it breaks down. 1 night will be half a credit, 2 nights would be a full credit, 5 nights would be 2.5 credits. So this update does not change how points are earned. Nightly rates and bonuses structure remain the same. So these are not going to be like high earning hotels by any stretch of the imagination. And there's not a ton of these hotels in the United States. But if you are traveling internationally and you find like a good cash deal for these, you will at least continue to pick up some elite nights along the way without having to spend multiple nights and only get one. So if you do 4 nights at a City Express somewhere, you'll get two elite nights. So just wanted to highlight those. There's a couple other things that I thought was interesting, but let's just jump back into the comments because I have missed a super chat. So I want to highlight that one now. James Ragland dropped $5. Thank you so much. Hello, Matt in chat. Thank you, sir. Also, the technical issues were not cool. For some people, this is a middle finger. I'm not sure what that is in relation to. We got Lenore Wade joining us. Thank you so much, Lenore. I think first time in one of the chats here. So thank you very much for joining. Chase and Capital One Lounge is not available where I live. Give it time. Give it time. One of those two is about to win a bid for SFO. So we'll see which one it is. Keith, he's going to do that right now. I'm assuming that is for one of the status match challenges. Stacy's points and travel points joining us. Hello, Stacy. Hope all is well in Northeast Ohio. Also, still excited about that Rove email. I might bring that up. Tirico, hey, James. We got Chad from Jazz Money Minutes joining us. Thank you so much, Chad. Keith has struck out on the Chase co-brand card offers. Ugh, that's unfortunate. Will Wyndham Diamond get me automatic upgrade to the presidential suite at the Travel Lodge? I don't know about automatic upgrade, but if it's available, you should be able to get it. No problem. I can't see why not. Key from Kiki's Adventures joining us. Howdy, how's it going? Nicholas Salea joining us. I just got the American Airlines Platinum Select 80,000 miles for 1,000 spend in 3 months. I can't believe 1,000 spend. Yeah, that's a pretty easy one. That's a nice one for sure. I like that one. I'm not planning on flying American Airlines anytime soon, so I'm not going to be enrolling in it. But it's a nice ad, and 80,000 miles real quick. Rupert Pond joining us. Thank you, sir. Hey, Matt. Hey, Rupert. John from John's Credit and Travel joining us. Howdy, howdy. John mentioned he's recorded several videos that'll be coming out over the next couple of weeks. Check out his channel for that. He was live this past Wednesday. Always a good time. So thanks, John. Stinky Monkey Baby joining us. Howdy, howdy. Thank you, sir. And Stacey mentioning, yeah, Rove making some moves, making homemade sourdough protein bagels. I may have leftovers. Ooh, if only they were regular, if only they weren't regular bagels. Like, I know you're saying protein, but like, I can't have regular wheat. I can't have regular flour. Regular flour hurts. Juan Meowmix joining us. Meowdy, thank you so much, sir. Texas Dog jumping in with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Enjoy the channel. Thank you. Thank you, sir. And Nicholas Leia, any more news on Built? Nothing yet. I think I might, unless something big pops up over the next little bit, I'm just going to anticipate doing something Wednesday. Let's see, Wednesday is like Spencer's night for streaming. John's going to have a stream. I don't think I'm going to have the ability to do a stream during the workday, but I will put something together, I'm sure, and then do like a further analysis on it from there and just kind of go from there. We'll see what happens. And Stacey says, not gluten-free. Sorry. Yeah, no. I get it. It's painful. One other thing I wanted to highlight, this was from Award Wallet. Let me see if I can dig it up here real quick. Sorry. Just one other piece. We have that status match, history. Yes. Okay. So I found this. Share screen. So earn bonus miles on United card spending with targeted offers. Here's how to activate. United just launched its Say Yes to More Travel in 2026 promotion for targeted United card holders. Eligible travelers can earn up to 15,000 bonus miles by hitting a spend threshold between January 1st and March 31st, 2026. Here's the details. So travelers with a United credit card should check what Chase co-brand co-branded spending offers they have. Offers are tailored for each card member, offering a set number of mileage plus miles after reaching a spending target on their United card. Cardholders must register by March 15th. Once registered, all purchases that post to the card between January 1st and March 31st, including retroactive purchases before registering, count toward the spending requirement. Note that you only have 3 months to reach the spending requirement, whereas previous offers were providing 4 months. It's unfortunate. But some of those example offers would be only purchases that post to the eligible card by the end of the year, end of the period. As such, last minute purchases might not reflect. So some example offers were 3,000 bonus miles after spending $1,000, 5,000 bonus miles after spending $2,000, 6,000 after spending 6,000. 1x reward sucks. 8x miles after spending 3,000, 10,000 miles after 4,000 to 22,000. Woo. 15,000 bonus miles after spending $31,000 to $81,000. This last one sucks for sure. I think the 8,000, if you got targeted with the 8,000 for 3,000, that is molto bene. That is just sweet. So most common offer seems to be the 10,000 bonus miles. However, the spending requirement to trigger this bonus ranges from 4,000 to as much as 22,000. So that sucks. Eligible cards obviously would be all of the United co-branded cards. So Gateway, Explorer, Quest, Club Business, Presidential Plus, Mileage Plus Awards card. The ones in white are no longer available for public, what's the word I'm looking for? Application. So, although the Club Business card is. I don't know why that's in white. That's weird. Presidential Plus, Mileage Plus Awards, Mileage Plus Select, Mileage Plus Club, and United Travel Bank card. So if you have any of these cards from Chase, register for the offer by March 15th, and you should be able to hit some sweet, sweet spending offers if you're targeted. So that's the last one I wanted to share. And I really want Chase to start implementing this for the Sapphire Preferred and the Sapphire Reserve. Even the Freedoms, like that would go a long way to making the freedom, like making the ecosystem worthwhile, for sure. You got Jake Moore H joining us. Heyo. Anybody see the Built GM say that paying rent about paying rent transaction fee free? So yeah, I did see. So Mr. Kerr put up a video and was sent to Built Close Friends. Interesting that it was sent to Built Close Friends, and I think it was then put out like on Instagram and stuff like that, but it eventually hit Reddit, and he did a nice quick little monologue about, you know, there's always an option to earn it, to pay fee free. It was a nice little clever wordplay because yes, the card currently gives you points and you can do fee free. There could be a way where it's fee free, but you sacrifice points, or you have to use your Built Cash, which if you don't have enough Built Cash, then you still are on the hook for the fee. We don't know if they're going with either version of the card where you had to do 10 transactions, or we don't know if they're going with one of the ones that had a spend requirement. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. But there was a couple other cards that leaked, and there was an additional link of a screen that showed like pay with your Built card, get the max number of points, or fee free. So we'll see what happens going forward. Also saw on a Reddit post less than 24 hours ago of a screenshot Built portal showing you can cover the fee with Built Cash, and the rest isn't covered, or the rest that isn't covered is charged by ACH. Yeah, but you got to have the cash to do it. If you don't have the cash to do it, that's going to be a problem. And then fee free, but no points. Again, everyone who complained about who's complaining about the fee right now, y'all owe Wells Fargo an apology, because Wells was covering the fee for you. Sleepy Rod, heard anything on the Wells Fargo premium card or what Wells might introduce on Jan 14th to overshadow Built? Only a few days away, and haven't seen anything about Wells, not a single rumor in usual place like Reddit. So I haven't seen anything about the premium card. I do have a source, and like they're constantly checking through stuff. They've hinted at 2 new transfer partners for Wells Fargo that will likely be introduced potentially Q1 and Q2, but it looks like there's going to be quarterly introductions, allegedly. There isn't much else that we have. They've showed me something that looks like it's going to drop in February around the time of the built thing, but it's not what you expect. And I don't want to go too much further into it because it's not what any of us want or any of us are expecting. So for the moment, I'm going to go. I'm going to go with I haven't heard anything worthwhile. And since there's nothing posted yet on Reddit or anywhere like that, I can't highlight, oh yeah, no, this is true. This is what I have. This is what I don't. So I just gotta wait and see what happens from there, which is annoying because I want that premium. I want more news on that premium card for sure. Jake, yeah, clever wordplay for sure. Yeah, guess we'll see. Yeah, so there's always going to be a way to get transfer part to get rent paid without the fee. I'm going to look at there's going to be built cash is going to be one option. I think if you put enough spend through something like the built Palladium card, assuming the Palladium card is the card that comes out, that will be the big boy card, and that will be a card where I assume if you spend your way to platinum or you get platinum status, holding platinum status will be fee-free rental. And I'll assume that if you put like $75,000 of spend through the built Palladium card, that would also get you fee-free. That is just speculation on my part because, again, built is going to be quiet until the 14th. So that is what it is. Like, there's not much I can do there. But I think there, like, technically, yes, there will be ways to get points and not pay the fee. He's technically correct, but we'll see what happens. John, he's dropping a video tomorrow about why he's not wringing his hands about paying a fee with built. Yeah, because it's the cost of doing business. Like every time that you have a fee added to your card for processing, like dining or small businesses, like you see the signs up, like please note, paying with a credit card, you're going to pay 3% extra. There's a 3% fee attached to it. You pay the fee, you still get your points. So is what it is. But no, I don't see why you have to. I get it, but I don't. Keith, most card networks do not let you pay mortgages with a credit card. I wonder if Built has a way around it, or are we SOL? I'm going to assume that it's going to be something like Built Protect, like that ACH account that you had that they set up for you. But I can't imagine that you're going to be SOL. They did it for rent. I'm sure they'll do it for mortgage. Are the new game changer, new transfer partners a game changer for you personally? Not yet, but JetBlue was like a really nice ad at the end of 2025. The ones that I've heard rumored are, one will definitely be a play for folks for sure, and is a play elsewhere. The other one's kind of ho-hum. Nicholas Alea, do you think Wells Fargo is going to ease up on approvals because it's kind of ridiculous on their side? They're going to 424 or 524. I don't know if they're going to ease up on approvals. I'm sure they will for a new card. I was sure of that with the autograph journey, and people were still reporting some issues with the autograph journey. Really, that opening week, 2 weeks is probably your best bet. Like, if you want the card, that's probably going to be the time to do it. They don't officially have a 524 or anything like that, but we'll see what they end up doing. John's credit and travel. Matt, thoughts on Wells Fargo? Built giving us a Wells Fargo autograph card, worth it, or should someone just cancel and apply for the autograph to get the welcome offer? The welcome offer is 20% return. It's 20,000 points on 1,000 spend, or 200 back on 1,000. If you really want the 20,000 points, I don't necessarily think it's that big a deal, honestly. But you certainly, if you are I need a sub all the time, or you focus primarily on the sub, or the sub is the primary method of like deriving value from the card, maybe let the built card close and then open a new autograph. But like the cool thing will be the autograph will just carry on that credit line. So if you're worried about the credit line, keep it. If you really want the welcome offer, you can just apply for another autograph. Honestly, like I briefly held 2 autographs back when the autograph launched, so I don't think multiple autographs would be an issue. But I think it's cool that like Wells they'll allow you to continue the trade line and you'll get an autograph. I think it's worth it, but we'll see. Kevin Ian, Built is on his 3rd banking partner, average about 1.6. Yeah, 1 2/3 years. Like this is their last chance at getting a credit card right. Like they don't get a third bite. Like they're getting a third bite at the apple. I don't think if this fails that they'll be able to conceivably get another bank or another fintech or another credit issuing vehicle to join up with them and make a credit card happen. Like if this credit card fails, Built just can't do the credit card game. And you can be a reward network and not do a credit card. Like Rove is very consciously now not going to do a credit card. They were looking at doing a credit card. They were looking at the feasibility of doing a credit card. They chose not to do a credit card. And it could really play out for them really well. Rakuten like now has a credit card, sure, but Rakuten went without a credit card for a number of years after they discontinued their first go around of a credit card. They were giving you tons of cash back. They were giving you tons of membership reward points. So like Build can just be a points ecosystem and a rewards network without a credit card. But this is their last chance to get it right. If they don't get it right here, like it's not going to go well. Boxer EP joining us. Sorry, Boxer joining us. Thank you so much, Boxer. Who's getting new transfer partners? Rove in their email said that they definitely are getting more transfer partners through 2026. Wells Fargo is allegedly getting more transfer partners through the year. I've heard some examples. I've heard that they may be launching them quarterly, but we'll see what happens. Does rent count for the Hilton credit card free night, aka Surpass and Aspire? So the Aspire, you'll get one when you get the card. You get another one at 30K and 60K. If you pay more than 30K in rent, or that should be fine. You can use the Built portal to push your rent spend through the Surpass or the Aspire, and you're going to only get 1 point per $2 or 1 point per $2 spent that way, and you're going to be assessed the 3% fee, but you're going to get like half a Built point per dollar. You're going to get 3 points per dollar on the Surpass, and once you hit 15,000 in spend, you will get that free night. If you get up to 30,000 in spend, you could upgrade it up to an Aspire, get a second free night, or technically a third free night, because your second free night would be upgrading to the Aspire. And if you spend more than 60,000 in rent, you could theoretically get that fourth free night on that one card if you're playing the ladder game with a single card. But yeah, you could just do the Surpass, get the 15K, and then if you've got another 30K in rent, switch it over to an Aspire and go from there. Keith, so then I can run Built subs through Built to pay my mortgage. Card networks usually allowed rent via their cards, mortgages, or debt. I don't know how they're going to do it necessarily. That we have to wait for the 14th. Like they didn't explain the mechanism for which the point production will happen. Just that earn points on mortgage. I assume that they're going to use Built Protect or something like that, where they are that intermediary and they have that account that is based on like the swipe that you do. So theoretically, Yes. But I don't know. Bet Wells Fargo will learn from City's mistakes. I mean, this is more just a, you're keeping the account with us. If you're keeping this account with us, here's an autograph. And there's no welcome offer attached. There's no 4506 or whatever the form from the IRS that gets sent out. Like you're approved on the line. You don't lose the line. You're not getting a new line or anything like that. So there's that. It's just, here's the card, go forth and be merry. And it's a really good card. Like the autograph is one of the best no annual fee cards in the game. Is it the best to consider without a welcome offer? I don't know about that. I think I product changed up to an autograph as soon as it became available. Didn't know about welcome offers at the time. One of my bigger mistakes in the credit card game. But it's definitely up there with the strongest no annual fee cards, for sure. John, that was my thinking too about the autograph swap out. Was just wondering your thoughts about it. Yeah, it's a quick welcome offer. Honestly, for most people, $1,000 in a month is super, super easy to do. You like if it's really all about the welcome offer for you, just apply for a second autograph, let it sit for a year, cancel that card, keep your built that becomes an autograph and make that your daily autograph. If you have to have a welcome offer on it, you can do that. Or you can just live la dolce vita and just have an autograph because the autograph is cool. Kevin, does Wells Fargo Beyond have only one bonus or two bonuses like City? Don't know anything about the autograph about Beyond yet, so we'll see what happens. Hell yeah, Team Wells. Yep, they're going to do stuff. Who would you like to see become transfer partners for Wells? IHG would be killer, just as another way of getting another hotel brand in there. I don't think we're going to see Emirates at 1-to-1, so I don't necessarily see Emirates as a play. I'd love to see Wells just become the let's partner with ultra low-cost carriers if there's ways to get extract values out of there. Hotel wise, like here's the thing, the hotels that would be left would be like Best Western and Wyndham, and maybe they could pick up I Prefer, which would be an interesting play, right? And get people talking about Wells the same way that they talk about City when it comes to I Prefer versus Hyatt. That would be cool. Dreams, I don't really have like a dream, but continued ways of getting extra points into Star Alliance or getting extra points into Sky Team would be cool, but they've got most of those players for sure, and I'm not sure who my dream would be, but who I'd like to see become transfer partners. I just want more transfer partners, honestly, or partnering with someone. Like it would have been cool if they could have just partnered with Built, right, and just move your Wells Fargo points over to Built that way. That's not going to happen, obviously. Your only other options there would be Rove, which would be interesting, but we'll see. But yeah, I don't have a specific one in mind. Adding JetBlue was huge. I think if they could get one of the domestics, that would be nice, but I don't see that happening right now. But more is more, honestly. Like they've got 9. Like they've got to get like on par with Chase and City and Capital One, and Chase I think is like 14, so they got to add at least 5 more transfer partners wherever those would be. There's sneaky value you could probably have with Best Western, but like you got to be doing World Hotels or whatever their top brand is. But JetBlue was a huge ad for sure. Also, what do you think if the Beyond is a thing? What do you think the multipliers will be? I do think Beyond is a thing. I think multipliers on Beyond, they'll probably lead more into hotel and flights for sure. If autograph journey is 5 and 4, You could see beyond, do an extra point per, so 6x on hotels and 5x on flights. That would be huge. It's going to be a travel card. Travel cards need 3x on dining. And that's dining worldwide. So probably 3 times on dining. And then like the wild card would be, I would love to see Beyond steal from US Bank, and even if it's $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month or a cap of $50,000 per year, 3x mobile wallet. That would be the killer category, because then you can do, grocery 3x, Dollar General 3x, anywhere that has mobile wallet 3x. So I think mobile wallet would be the killer. Even if they capped it at $50,000 a year, like $50,000 to spend on mobile wallet, three times points back, and you can transfer out to transfer partners, and they have established transfer partners. That would be the way to go. I think mobile wallet has to be the category that they pick up to differentiate themselves with, and transfer partners, and they cap it at 50K just to like not nerf it the way that the US Bank Altitude Reserve got nerfed. That should be the play for sure. Kevin, does Wells Fargo allow product changes on credit card? Do you need to call or on the app or website? I haven't seen an option on the app or website, except for like you're invited to get this card. There are offers like that. So like if you have the autograph and you want to change it over to the active cash, like active cash to autograph has been established for a while. I would give them a call and just see if there's any options. I know you've got your mom has those older cards, so you should be okay to turn like a Cashwise into an autograph, or Cashwise into an active cash. It's an extra 0.5%. I would give it a call just to see if there's any options. For whatever reason, they're not as big on product changes as other banks. It is my number one gripe with Wells Fargo. And my source there, like I've mentioned to my source, like, hey, product changes, can those be a thing? But they're not as high on the food chain as you'd think. John's blocked from Wells Fargo offers because of velocity. That was my question more for everyone else. I wouldn't mind getting an autograph with no sub. Yeah, it's perfectly cromulent, as Dugras would say. Shabby old Cloak says, downgraded my Venture X to a Venture 1. Just wasn't fitting my needs in the premium card slot, deciding between the autograph and the Fidelity card as a backup after the Sapphire. Autograph has a bunch of 3X categories for travel-related purposes. Really, it's travel, transit, and dining would be your big catches there, and that's 3X. The Fidelity card is no foreign transaction fees and 2X everything. So if you just want simple, don't want to think about it, just boom, here we go, and I'm done. The Fidelity card would be fantastic. That also comes with no annual fee, and you get trusted traveler programs, so that's sweet. The autograph, if you want that 3% on those very specific categories while traveling, it can do really well for you. I think you can't go wrong either way, but if you want something that's just pure, simple, use it everywhere, don't think about it, just go with the Fidelity card in that case. Like that's let me get a souvenir. Let me go to the souvenir shop. Let me buy this. Let me buy these clothes that I can only get here. Let me get this other thing. Let me buy these novelties. All of that's just flat 2%. You don't have to think about it. John mentioned more transfer partners equal more options. Yep. John, Wells Fargo isn't even on my radar. They probably already open and close multiple. Hey, they don't do that anymore. JetBlue is my airline of choice, and being JFK is my home airport, it works amazing for me. Yes. I am waiting impatiently to see if there's any ability to buy memberships into Blue House. I will pay a yearly membership for Blue House. I will not necessarily pay for the JetBlue Premier card because that card is trash and garbage, and I don't want it. Kevin, technically Wells Fargo has 12 transfer partners. Yeah, if you're counting the obvious Wells things away along the way. So they've got British Airways, British Aer Lingus, Iberia. You can also add in Qatar, Finnair. So that gives you an additional 2. They do have Virgin Atlantic and Virgin Red. Then they've got KLM Flying Blue. Then they've got, doing this off the top of my head, JetBlue, Avianca. So that would get them 10. Choice would get 11. And I'm blanking on one other airline. But yeah, they do have options for sure. The Plaid has one on dining. This is true. But you got to find that Resi restaurant, man. You think Wells is getting JAL or Cathay Pacific 1-to-1? Very interesting. Very interesting question. I can't say no to one of these. Shabby Old Cloak wanted to go with the City Strat Premier for the grocery and a transfer, but my partner had one in the past and canceled it because it would keep getting locked, even when we put in a travel notice. Yeah, that is live by the sword, die by the sword with City. They're an interesting group for that, for sure. I don't love that about City in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah, it would work for the grocery, but if you're reticent on that one, I get it. Savor has 3% on grocery, no foreign transaction fees, and Capital One does not care where you are in the world. So there's always that. Oh, and you have the virtual card option with them. James Nguyen, 12 transfers. Yeesh, sheesh. They're getting there. They're going to add more. Nicholas would love to product change that one key Expedia card. Yeah, that was a rough one. That was rough for sure. What are your thoughts on Wells Fargo investment side? I haven't played on the investment side. I'm not aware of any like major rules of like minimums with them offhand. I'm sure there are, but I think they also have a self-directed. I don't know how antiquated it is. I don't know if it's anything like Bank of America's or U.S. banks, both of which, like Spathco, one of my channel members, and he's on the Stack Your Points Discord. He mentioned how the U.S. bank self-directed investment is awful. I haven't tried the Wells Fargo side of things. I probably should. I just didn't. So I don't have major experience with it, sadly. It can't be worse than Bank of America. I think Wells Fargo Beyond, 6 hotels, 5 flights, 3 dining, 2 everything else. It's the 2 everything else might be a little bit of a challenge, but if it was 652, that would be fine. I don't know that you can get away with the 3x dining and travel, but 652 would be a pretty compelling card. Hell, 653 mobile wallet, 1.5 base would also be pretty compelling. John, you can call Wells Fargo and ask them, I suppose. Yeah. He mentioned that to Texas Dog. Oh, yeah. Well, they didn't do that. Happy for the free autograph. Built rumors aren't true. I might end up with the autograph and autograph journey. Not a bad setup, honestly, for sure. The autograph journey does quite a bit, and the autograph fills in the holes on travel and transit with where the journey falls short. So yeah, you can have yourself super covered. Both give you 3x dining, which is a pain, but dining is an essential category for a travel card. Like, it would be weird to have a travel card that does not have a dining multiplier on it. So I get it. Thanks, Shervizio. Honestly, depending on the annual fee, that would be pretty damn epic. It would be epic. I just don't know that they could make that they could pull that off. Like, I don't know what where they're looking to play. Like, are you looking at, so 595 gets you a 1.5 base with the City Strata Elite. Venture X is 395 for flat 2X and like their portal related shenanigans. 795 gets you one, 895 gets you one. I don't know if Beyond wants to step into that, 595, 650 area. Maybe we'll have to see. Dad, mom, and me bang with Wells for 15, 10, 5 years. All right, there you go. Going back to Hyatt Challenge.gov email address did not work. Ooh, rough. Okay. I was just going off of what Danny the Duguru said. You may have to call them. Maybe there's certain issues with .govs with Hyatt that weren't previously up to. I don't know. That sucks though, Mike. I hope that gets corrected pretty quickly. Let's just jump in here, throw in some. Let's just go gift some memberships. And there you go. 5 new memberships for you. One, that FIFA design on the Bank of America card. Oh, I haven't even looked at that. That's hilarious if they've got one there. That'd be silly. So there you go. 5 new memberships for you. One of which, is not Sleepy Rod. Sleepy Rod. Wells adding Cathay Pacific 1-to-1 would make the Amex lineup look a bit rustier. Yeah, sure would. It for sure would. That would be interesting if that was the case. Sleepy Red, not sure Amex will care too much, but it also might force them to do more Amex offers on some transfer partners. Yeah, you might see if like Wells were to get Cathay Pacific 1-to-1 and stay 1-to-1. If it became like a big thing to drive Wells Fargo card and signups, not to say that it would or wouldn't, but like if it started to affect Amex's business, you could see Amex just go back to doing like the occasional 20% transfer bonus to Cathay just to get back to parity with 1-to-1, but they wouldn't be running those all the time. So we'll see. And it's curious to see if that point devaluation between Amex and Cathay, if that was Cathay making a demand and Amex acquiescing, or if that was Amex just being okay with it. I don't know. So we'll have to see. Giving you in, Wells Fargo will challenge Amex Chase City Cap 1 built if they added JAL and Cathay Pacific and more. Yeah, well, obviously, more is more. Adding Cathay Pacific would certainly be a shot across the bow to City, Amex, and I believe Capital One. JAL would be a fun shot across the bow to Built and Capital One, especially if they get JAL 1-to-1. That would be sweet. But we'll see. We don't even know if they're adding those two specifically. Moving away from Capital One, so not really interested in the Saver. Excited for the free autograph, though. It really is a good no annual fee card. Yeah, it's one of the best, honestly. Like that, the Fidelity card, theoretically the Edward Jones cards are all pretty interesting. The Huntington voice rewards card is nice for the 4% categories. It's quarterly spend though. That's always a problem. Cash Plus should be the card. It should be like the card design if you want to do rotating 5% categories, or you want to do like a 5% category card with spend limits. You should be that card should be the one that you frame after. And the Attune is secretly pretty good, but like the fact that the autograph and the Fidelity card are no foreign transaction fee and no annual fee, those two cards are just a beast setup. Why does Wells Fargo credit card have no cap on their card? For sure. Why? Because nobody abuses them. People don't go out of their way to abuse them. Let me say that. How about that? Yep. Shabby Old Cloak, what's your take on canceling credit cards? If the card doesn't work for you, it's not going to be that big a deal. Like, the card will stay on your account, will stay on your credit report for 10 years. So, if you cancel a card here and there and it stays on your account for 10 years and then it ages off, but if you've got cards older than it that you keep open, how much damage are you really doing? Honestly, like, opening, closing cards, those aren't going to be the big destroyers. Those aren't going to hurt your credit score all that much. Like, if a card's not working for you, you don't have to keep it, honestly. If it's no annual fee, but you want to keep the credit, if it's a huge annual fee card and you want to keep the credit line and you want to be able to go back to that card without going through the application process again, that's one thing. Like, say you have a Sapphire Reserve and you're not planning on traveling for a year and you want to save yourself the $795, but you don't necessarily want to close the card and you don't want to go through the process of reapplying for it, then you're good. Just knock it down to a Freedom or Freedom Unlimited or Freedom card, as long as the Freedom card exists. Keep it open. You can also knock it down to the no annual fee Sapphire card. Keep it down to those cards, and when you want to go back to traveling, you just bump it right back up to a Sapphire Reserve. But if you got to cancel a card, you got to cancel a card. Like, it is not the end of the world to cancel one. It didn't fit. It doesn't work. You can get rid of it. No problem. Boxer, honestly, once I get the Signify, Wells might have the chance to take the second spot next to Amex for me. And the Signify is a really good card. Uncapped 2% business spend. Nothing wrong there. Foreign transaction fee, though, that sucks. But uncapped 2% business card, and you can move the cash rewards from that card over to an autograph with no issue. Kevin Yin, what website counts for 4% on the Wells Fargo Attune? Sorry. What website counts for 4%? Amazon definitely counts. Any sporting goods store that is online. Dick's. Does Modell still exist? Dick's, REI, anything like that. Sierra Trading Post, all of that's going to be 4%. Bass Pro Shop, which feels like a scam, is 4%. You're going to get 4% on ticket repurchasing sites. So StubHub, SeatGeek, Ticketmaster, Ticket Liquidator, all of those will be 4%. What other websites are you thinking of? Barnes & Noble would be 4%. Team stores for baseball teams should all code as 4%. Fanatic should code as 4%. Lululemon should count as 4%. Nike should count as 4%. Adidas should count as 4%. Puma should count as 4%. And I pronounce it that way. I pronounce Adidas that way because, well, that's the way it's supposed to be pronounced. What else? Reebok. Nike, I already said. All of those would count as 4%. Anything that's gym equipment, Avion, Hydro, Peloton, Equinox, all of those should count as quote as 4%. You got a ton of options at the 4% for sure. Kirby G, how much music have I missed? A bunch of stuff at the beginning. So the first 15 minutes, if you go back, I had 12 or 13 tabs open of stuff that I found interesting. And then I closed all the tabs. So I had to scramble for the first couple of minutes. But big things, status match is back for United. So if you've got status with another airline, you can status match over to United up to 1K. That portion is back. The corporate Hyatt status challenge is back. So if you have a corporate email that matches into a Hyatt system, you can get soft globalist with 20 stays. Mike had some issues with the .gov, so hopefully that's not going to be the case going forward. My apologies to Mike. What else was there? Boundless now has that $100 airline credit. Boundless has a 5-night welcome offer. Bold has a 2-night welcome offer. Charlotte has its new Capital One lounge. those are the big ones that I can think of. Then there was Rove stuff. Oh yeah, I got to bring up that Rove email. The Joker Speaks joins us. Hey, how's it going? Best Western as a transfer partner would be a plus for me, especially at 1 to 2. I would be very interested to see what a Best Western transfer would look like with Wells Fargo or any bank for that matter. 1 to 2 would be pretty killer. I wouldn't mind 1 to 2. And then I could like transfer out some of my Wells Fargo points and like just throw them at my mother-in-law who likes Best Westerns for whatever reason. But 1 to 2 would go a long way for sure. Gavester joins us. Bro, I understand that you can't tell us the secrets and privileged information, but please don't hide the trick for the hair, asking for a friend. Honestly, nothing crazy. Like I don't style it. It just naturally is curly. It just becomes a puff. Maintenance is any 2-in-1, honestly. And sometimes if I'm feeling a little extra bougie, I will throw in some extra conditioner. Like I primarily use Head and Shoulders. And then I might throw in like my partner's conditioner. It's their fault for leaving stuff here. But yeah, no, tonight was 1 round of Head and Shoulders and then another round of extra conditioner. But it's a puffball, honestly. I usually just chop it down, but right now it's cold outside and I don't want to do that. Glenn Woodward joining us. Thank you so much. You've been on for an hour. So much for YouTube notifications. Apologies on that. Yeah, I didn't think that would be a thing. Sorry, Clinton. I usually try to be on time with that. Let us do something here. Let's just pull this up real quick if I can. That is loading. I'll go back to comments in just a second. I just want to see something. Nope. Here we go. No. Okay. So let us open this in a new window. All right. Real quick, we'll run through these and then we will check something else. Hell, I got a repair of over $21,000 coming up in a few months. I'll take that all day with the Signify card. Oh yeah, no. 42,000 points on one. Yeah. As long as you got the credit line for it, you're good. Shabby old cloak, it's more for the peace of mind of not having to manage a card I don't keep track of, and I've heard of banks just closing cards for inactivity without warning. Yeah. No, that's fair. John thanks me for the gifted membership. Absolutely, sir. Not a ton of members only content, but just figured I would throw in some extra members there. Does Costco card has any problem for foreign trend purchases in news? I haven't seen anything about anything with that changing. So if it does assess a foreign transaction fee, let's just check something here. Costco credit card terms. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. Costco Anywhere Visa. Let us go to the no annual fee. No foreign transaction fees. So they highlight no foreign transaction fees. So you're good there. YouTube experiment. Hello all. Just tuning in. Thank you for joining, sir. Sleepy Rod Boundless adding that $100 airline credit, an indication of the annual fee moving up. Entirely possible. It's at 95. And as I've liked to say, 150 is the new 95. So I would not be surprised to see them move up to 195 to move it. Sorry, word vomit. I would not be surprised to see them move it to 150 for sure. But 150, 35K night free night award, $100 airline credit semi-annually off of 250 off of $500 in spend. They need one or two other things, but yeah, I think it's an indication that we might see an annual fee increase. I don't know how much of a refresh they would do across the board. But if they're going to increase the boundless, you could probably expect the Ritz card to go up to like $6.95. Just saying. Do you think the $4.95 built card is going to be a World Legend MasterCard? I can't imagine it wouldn't be. It'd be weird to have the $4.95 World Elite, but I don't know what's so different. What's so different between World Elite and World Legend and World Elite? Like, that still hasn't been shown as like what the key differentiators are. It's not like World Elite, World Legend has car rental status or has like a considerably better concierge or like virtuoso type benefits at several hotels. So they could slap it as a World Legend for sure. I just don't know what you're going to get with World Legend on that as opposed to what you already get on the built card. And it does have to carry over things like the built card as a World Elite MasterCard had primary CDW, it had phone protection, it had a couple other things. Like how much of that you're gaining or losing, keeping or losing will be interesting to see with the $4.95 cards. But I imagine that whatever they're doing at $4.95 is going to be a World Legend. And Clinton mentions that Costco card has no foreign transaction fees. Costco card gave red flag on. No, I don't think it does. But it's City. Who knows? Kirby uncorking the hilarious question of the night. Not to say that it's not without merit, for sure. Just we gonna have a chat here. What do you think about the president trying to cap interest rates on credit cards at 10%? I'm thinking it's another thing to get struck down in courts, but wanting to hear other opinions. Here's the thing. Look at the week that the administration just had, news-wise. I think they would like to dangle a banana in front of people. And I think this is nothing more than that. That is one option. I think if they were serious about it, they wouldn't have gutted the CFPB at the beginning of 2025 because, you say all interest rates are going to be 10% for the next year. You have to make sure that the banks follow through with only issuing 10% interest for a year. How are you going to do that if there's no method to like hold banks accountable for it? So there's no CFPB. Like the CFP, like funding for the CFPB, the Consumer Protection Financial Bureau, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, was reestablished Friday via a court order. But how quickly they're going to do that, who knows? That's theory number two. Like that's issue number two I have with it. Issue number three is this is more likely, if this isn't a distraction from news, this is another attempt by this particular person to render some corporate espionage because he needs to redesign the ballroom for the third time or the fifth time or however many times he's had to redesign the ballroom because it's not gold enough or it's not glittery enough or it's not filled with enough banana peels to make someone fall. Like, this isn't going to happen. If it does happen, it's just written on paper, and the only way that he's going to get any bank to agree to it is there's no way. And like, this was just done as ooh shiny. Yeah, I don't think there's much mustard to this at all. In any way, shape, or form. So it's not good. It's just a distraction at the end of the day. Like it's and even if it did go through, right? Most of us in this game, we preach to each other and to like newbies, like don't leave a statement behind. You'll get charged interest on that statement. Well, if the interest is capped at 10%, yeah, you might. Those folks who carry balances might save money. Where are the banks going to get their cut from, right? Because interest is one of the vehicles that can pay for the rewards from the folks who are unprofitable to the banks, because we swipe just enough and we pay our statement balance at the end of the day. And yeah, like, who's going to pay for it if everything's capped at 10%? Like, you would see every bank just cut their rewards across the board to whatever they think would be sustainable for the year. So, yeah, I think it's a whole lot of silliness, and that's putting it lightly, because I have other words. Yep. City has a reputation for flagging fraud. Yeah, there's that. 10% proposal. Yep. Thank you. Anyway, CSE is a world legend and somehow has secondary CDW. Not great. Yeah, there's that problem. And thanks for joining Family Travel. That $4.95 card, if that doesn't come with primary CDW, that's going to be freaking hilarious. Does Wells Fargo give red flags on foreign transactions? I haven't noticed anything. A couple years ago, I went up to Niagara Falls, crossed over, went shopping at some gas stations and some other places, used my autograph, no issues whatsoever. Yeah, Texas, sorry, just credit card related question, but I had to sidetrack over that way. And down for politics, but finds a way into any community. Yeah, I try to keep my takes to myself. Think I handled that as well as I could. Yeah, there's that. For sure. So anyway, I had another thing that I wanted to try and share. So let's just see. 1 second. Nope. Chrome tab. I have so many Chrome tabs. So many. All right, that's not what I'm looking for. I wanted... Where's my window? Nope. Because I had an email you guys would be very interested in from Rove, and I can't find it. All right, let me pull this back. Oh, because I moved the... 1 second. Popular. You're gonna be popular. Singing Wicket's not gonna get me thrown off of here. Minimize this. Come here. Share screen. Window. Yes. Perfect. Okay. So what's next for Rove Miles? So I got this email yesterday from Rove, and we're gonna go through this. What's next at Rove? As we look ahead to 2026, one thing is clear: Rove is just getting started. Also, caveat: I moderate a Facebook group for Rove. They pay me 5,000 miles, or they give me 5,000 miles for moderating a Facebook group. There we go. Disclosure over. Over the past year, we focused on building out a rewards platform that gives you more freedom, more ways to earn, more ways to redeem, and more control over how you travel. In 2026, we're taking that foundation and building something even bigger. But Rove is led by our users, which is why we continue to listen to your feedback, make improvements, and add features that you request. So first is improving Rove shopping. So some of our top feedback includes improving road shopping for transparency and ease of use. We've heard you, and we have already launched Rove shopping trips to help give you peace of mind when completing your purchase. So I'm going to try to make that bigger, but this highlights the shopping trips. They marked as pending or click through. It's a nice way to highlight where you've made where your trips have gone. I can't zoom it in So there you go. Anyway, but we want to do more than that, which is why we're working on additional features like displaying the average time each merchant takes to confirm and post miles, so you can have an expectation of when exactly you'll receive your rewards. We're also adding thousands more stores to our Chrome extension and integrating even more coupon offers to ensure that you're always getting the best possible deal. Or they did just lose Ticketmaster earlier today, so that's a problem. Is what it is. So flight search improvements, we're creating a new flight search that's faster, more intuitive, and more flexible. You'll be able to explore even more options with clarity and confidence, whether you're booking cash or redeeming your miles. I can't wait for this. The flight search is a little wonky for me. I don't get the best value, or like I lose a lot of time with it. So flight search can be better, but they are working on those improvements. They're launching Rove iOS and Android app soon. Our app is on the way, currently in private beta on both iOS and Android to make sure it's as seamless as possible when we launch. It's designed to put your miles, transfers, and opportunities to earn right in your pocket. Can't wait for that. What you can't see yet, we're laying the groundwork for a future elite status program designed to reward our most engaged members with enhanced earning, perks, and recognition across the Rove ecosystem. In-store shopping and Rove dining is also on the way, allowing you to earn Rove miles automatically when you use your existing cards at participating brands. No clerks, no portals, just earning. Finally, our current lineup of transfer partners already features some of the highest value loyalty programs in the world. We're continuously expanding where our Rove miles can take you. Look out for more hotel and airline partners in 2026. So there you go. Just wanted to highlight that. Jump back in. Watch these channels get away from the rest of the world. Yep, sorry. I will try my best to stick around from there. Capital One is product changing their Discover business cards to Capital One Spark cards. They still have Discover business cards? All right. But that's good news for sure. Texas Dog, I get you. Yeah, politics is pretty depressing. Yep, for sure. Thank you, sir. Stacy's also a co-moderator on that group, Travel Deals with Rove. It's a pretty awesome group. Yeah, just Facebook, Travel Deals with Rove, and Stacy and I moderate that group. Stacy does a weekly, like, where do you want to go series. I have found that, where was it that I was looking for someone? It was like all hostels, and it was all like really, really cheap. And you were getting like 10 to 30x Rove miles per dollar. Where was that? I don't remember off the top of my head. But check out the group. It's really nice. And Clinton says that his Chromebook battery is dying. He'll watch later. Thanks. Thank you so much for checking in, Clinton. Don't know how much longer we'll be. Egypt, I think you said. Yes, it was Cairo in Egypt. Cairo wasn't showing anything loyalty eligible, which was a pain in the butt. But like, you could do a 10-day stay for less than $1,000 and rack up, like, I want to say 15 to 30,000 Rove miles or something like that. It was insane. It was absolutely crazy. Yeah, no, Egypt was awesome. Was an awesome search for hotel stays. But Rove, I'm excited to see what they have coming. Can't wait for the app. I keep asking if there's a way I could get into test flight. I keep hearing nothing, so there's that. I'm very intrigued by in-store shopping and Rove dining, because they promise that it's not going to be through Reward Network. They promise they're doing something different. They asked me what my gripe with Reward Network was, and it's just like, it's really hard to pay attention to Rewards Network or like keep track of what card is where. And like, I couldn't even tell you where my Sapphire Reserve card is in terms of what Reward Network it's attached to. I think it's now Built Dining. I know at one point it was Marriott's Eat Around Town. My Hilton card is Hilton Dining. My JetBlue card is JetBlue Dining, True Blue Dining, and I don't know what the rest of my cards are off the top of my head. Jeremy Cahill mentions that Egypt is one of the worst locations for food unless you enjoy food poisoning. That's not great. I feel like I was going through some of that earlier today, but not great. All right, so yeah, just that tail bit at the end. if Built can give us nothing burgers to talk about all week, why not a Rove nothing burger? Although, I'm intrigued by what status would look like, because I for dang sure would go after some Rove status for sure. But yeah, anything else as we slowly start to wrap up? Hold on. Last year, Chase sent me a spend 15K, get 15K points ink cards. Not great, but it ended up being 2.5% on the 1.5 card. Interesting. I haven't seen those, but my Ink Unlimited also has a pretty low credit line. So possible they couldn't say spend 15K in the next 3 months. There's no way they could have said spend 15K in the next 3 months, but maybe 6. Oh no, that would have maxed my card a couple of times over. I want to see it more on. If it's on the ink cards, it really wouldn't be that much of a hassle to add it onto the Freedom cards or the Sapphire cards. Like, I would, if they want us spending more money on our Sapphires and Freedoms, like, your multipliers kind of suck. Spend offers would be much better, for sure. I would much rather prefer spend offers right now than, oh boy, pharmacy, yay, or oh no, another offer, another thing going to dining. Okay, all the cards have dining. It's silly. Let me get more points through spend. I'd be fine with that. Or the GGR offers that they put on the co-branded cards, like $1,000 gets you 5x. Please, I'll put more spend on my cards if you give me more spending offers. Not city shop your way spend offers, but you know what I mean. Anywhere away from home gives me issues. Yikes. Yeah. So there we go. So been about an hour and a half. This is not quite launched the way that I wanted it to, because I had all of those tabs and then I closed all of those tabs, which was stupid. Yeah, I'll get that tightened up for next time. Next time I won't try to do like 12 or 15 tabs and try to do that all at once. I might re-record the opening as a TidBits and just drop that probably tomorrow. I like doing TidBits daily, but if there's no news and I let it fester for a couple of days and let it all like come together, maybe I could drop it TidBits weekly, so at least I get something out once a week. Because it can't all be opinions, it can't all be built rumors and built stuff, because ain't no way that's sustainable. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, no, a couple items I wanted to jump off with at the top. We're continuing to wait for Autograph Beyond. I'd love to tell you more if I had it. I don't. What I've heard about February is pretty disappointing. I don't want to mention it now because I don't think that's going to be the case. So we'll see what happens and kind of go from there. And yeah, but I think this might be as good a place as any. Going back, highlighting some folks. Texas Dog dropped the $1.99 super chat. Again, apologies for the political soliloquy. It's a bit of a problem. And James also dropped the $5 super chat. So thank you so much for that. Jay Rome, hey Matt, hey everyone, hey Jay. Was slowly wrapping, but hopefully all is well there. We talked a whole bunch of like news at the top. I got into some of the stuff that I know about Wells's plans coming up. Rove sent me an email yesterday, or sent their members an email yesterday. That was pretty exciting in terms of like they're improving their flight search. They've added new shopping trips and giving you an idea of when your points will go from pending to post, what their timelines look like. They're also going to be introducing status before the end of the year. There's in-store dining. There's in-store and dining, that they'll be launching in the next little bit. So a bunch of stuff happening there. Wells's plans don't interest me too much. Okay, well, that's fair. Shabby Old Cloak, I'm sure we'll see you for the Built launch party. Oh man, Wednesday's gonna be insane. Because we're gonna see the news really early in the day. I'm working Wednesday. I will have to break away for like an hour to record a video. Don't think I'm going to be able to go live during that hour. So it'll be like record a video as best I can, try and get the editing on it, try to drop it so that it drops at the end of my workday, trying to capitalize on everyone who's going to want to watch the video. But Spencer's going to go live with reactions to it, I'm sure. Anthony will probably go live with reactions to it, I'm sure. It's the day after Joe's live on Tuesday, so maybe he pushes it back, or he'll just go live again on Wednesday. John usually goes live as well. So like Wednesday is going to be insane. You could see 3 to 5 lives for sure, and we'll just have to see what ends up happening with that launch. Like I'm going to be parsing through their video. They want to prove me anyway, but did it have to do with the Wells Fargo premium card? So folks, there's rumor about that there's going to be a product launch in February. I've heard different things than Autograph Beyond. Autograph Beyond is still a thing. We just don't know when it will launch or anything like that. But a lot of ruminations will still be on the premium card. What I've heard is disappointing. I don't want to disclose what I've heard just because I haven't seen it elsewhere, and I don't like what I've heard. But we'll see. Like I checked back in just to see if like we were wrong about it. So far, what that person saw is still going to be the case. So it wasn't Beyond, and it wasn't anything fun. Richard Kerr is saying the leaks were just test pages. Seems bad. Were just test pages. Seems like bad business. I don't think there were test pages. I think the set of cards that launches on Wednesday, one of the 3 sets of cards that is in the source code, is going to be so like to put it all in the source code. I can sort of understand, right? Because how often in this business have folks like really gone spelunking in the source code? I don't want to say that this was a setup, right, to go into the source code, because that's just conspiratorial. I do think that there are test pages in there in the source code that contain the cards, but like Blue, Obsidian, and Palladium have card designs. None of the other cards have card designs in them. I don't think that it's a ploy or a misdirect. I think Mr. Kerr had to jump in, say something really quickly, highlight, hey, it's really amazing about the excitement that's being shown for the card or for the cards already. We can't wait to tell you everything that's going to launch on Wednesday. I'm sure you will see me on Reddit here, this, that, and the other. I think they were surprised that folks reacted to it, or folks like went out of their way to react to it. So, but I don't think that this was this was all leaks. This is all tests. This isn't the final product. Because if it was leaks, tests, or anything like that, they would have said that, what you've seen is not what we have in store. And for that, please come back on Wednesday. It was damage control, and I don't think it was particularly brilliant damage control. But I also was like, you're standing outside in New York City in sub 40-degree weather as a Southerner in a t-shirt outside of the Bill Cafe. I don't know that I believe that this was recorded today. But again, that was me being conspiratorial on that one. Jerome says that he's cooling down for 6 months to give a third and final try for the autograph journey. Now that I have a checking account with them again, but a premium card release in the meantime could definitely change that plan. You could still keep doing the cooldown and just go after the Beyond. But you've got that established. You're establishing that relationship with them. Supposedly they have a 524 counter. I'm not aware of it. I haven't run up against it. When I got the autograph, when I got the Signify, I was at like 4. When I got the Attune was my 5th. And now I'm down to 1. So I don't know how strict they are on it, but if you're cooling down to make that attempt, definitely worthwhile. And if you had a built card and it moved over and it moves over to an autograph, at least you'd have that autograph. But I don't know if you did or do or any of that. But the cooldown should definitely help for sure. Under 5, looking to be 0.6 and 112 when I apply again. Yeah, under 5, then it shouldn't have been an issue. But yeah, I can see that being a problem. And he's only got the ponies card. Ooh. That 1.5 in the portal is nice, for sure. Stacy, I read that Wells Fargo has an unofficial 524 when I did research for my Wells Fargo article. Yeah, it's definitely been alluded to. It was under 524 for both apps. Interesting. And you've got the Golden Ponies card. I would give their card services a call next time just to see like what the issue would be. I don't know how successful you would be with Wells reconsideration. I've never had a problem with Wells Fargo, but like I've also got like they're my main bank, for better or for worse. They have, I got what is now my active cash. I think I got that card back in 2012. What is on my autograph? I got back in 2014. Then I opened the Attune card in 2023. I had no issue getting the Signify the Attune launched in 2024. So I got the Attune in 2024. I had no issue getting that. I had no issue with the Signify in 2024. No. And like I have healthy credit lines on all of those cards. So I don't know what the sauce is. Reasons given were too many accounts with greater than 0 balance and too many new accounts. Only biz in that time in the prior year. Interesting. With greater than 0 balance, I don't know. Maybe making sure everything's zeroed out before. I don't know. I would try giving their reconsideration line a call. Maybe they've got folks on hand who could manually pull it or look at it again. I'm not sure. Like again, I don't know what the secret sauce with Wells is. I've had no issues, and like I can't tell you what the secret what it would be. Oh, and you tried recon. Jeez, I got nothing done. I wish I did. I'm sorry. That sucks. So, yeah. If they launch the new card in between, that'd be great. But yeah. With that, I guess. Sorry, Jerome. All good. I'll let you know if and when I apply how it goes. Okay, yeah. No, that'd be sweet. Hopefully they add a new card in the near term. That checking account, everything should work now. I don't know. Anyway, with that, folks, thank you so much for everyone who joined. Thanks so much for everyone who gave super chats. I'll pop up with lives from time to time. I'll try to do that full tidbits. I don't know. I may or may not. But thank you so much for everyone who watched. Thank you so much for everyone who is going to watch on demand. Appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.